What's up, Commanders fans? So once again, Jayden Daniels is going to be the Rookie of the Week. And let me tell you why. The reason is because this week, Caleb Williams didn't throw a touchdown or an interception. This week, Drake May threw 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown. This week, Jayden Daniels threw 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. And the reason I feel like, once again, it's going to be Jayden is because, one, he's a quarterback. And, they're going to be at the top of the list most times, every time, before you, like a wide receiver or a running back. But the reason I feel like it's going to be Jayden again, because he's just been playing outstanding. He's been playing phenomenal. He's been doing everything he needs to do. And it's all about the structure that's around him that's allowing him to be as good as he is right now. We have a team that's allowing him to develop. We have a team that's not forcing him to be the starter, not forcing him to go out there and get us to the playoffs, not forcing everything on him all at once, allowing Jayden to be a rookie, allowing him to sit out when he needs to sit out and not just force himself out there just because he is projected to get us to the playoffs and this is the only chance we got. Like the Bears, for example, where Caleb Williams is a guy that's in his first year and he's trying his best. Don't get me wrong. But everybody is expecting him to be more than a rookie right now. And the reason is because of the way the team is structured and the person that he has put out there. His personality says that, hey, for example, a great example is when Caleb Williams first went to the Bears and got drafted. He texted the kicker and told him, you ain't going to have to do that much. We ain't going to need you much, right? It's small, but that's really cocky. That's really, you're not being humble. You're being a person that's overdoing it. You're doing too much, and you just got here. You don't even know the playbook, and you're talking like that. Whereas we have Jayden, who has just taken on whatever he can and been so appreciative of whatever is given to him and just working for it. And the fact that he's there before anybody else get there and he leaves when everybody else is gone shows you everything you need. And the fact that he just continues to work, his work ethic is there. And over the last few weeks, the only other person that we have seen that has been the Rookie of the Week has not been a Caleb Williams, has not been Drake May, has not been any other quarterback but Jayden Daniels. And if not Jayden Daniels, then it's going to be like, for example, it was Keon Coleman the last time when Jayden Daniels wasn't playing. And then if it wasn't Keon Coleman, it was Braylon, I forgot his name, but a running back for the Jets. Like, out of 8 weeks, Jayden Daniels has not been there 2 times. And he's already got 7. And I'm just going to add the week prior. That's 7. So this week is going to be 1 as well. And I'm already speaking it into existence because I'm trying to think of what other person would be the player of the week, Rookie of the Week. And a lot of people are thinking that he's going to be an MVP of the league, but I kind of don't see that happening only because Lamar Jackson has been going off. He's already at the 2,000 mark. He's only threw 2 interceptions, and the last I checked, he had about, I think, 17 or 19 touchdowns, and that's a phenomenal ratio, touchdown to interception ratio. So I don't see Jayden Daniels beating Lamar. That's the only person he has above him, honestly, in my opinion. That's in the running for, being an MVP. And the reason I say that is because when you think about Jayden, you think about the fact that he can move. He can get those yards. He can do it with his legs. He can do it through the air. And he's been playing at a high rate, And the other person I think of is Lamar Jackson. So I can see Jayden Daniels being an offensive player of the year. Rookie offensive player of the year. Or I can also see him being the Rookie of the Year. So I could have said that wrong, but y'all get what I'm saying. It's so much that he's been doing, and he's been doing a great thing with Terry McLaurin. Like the video prior to this, I spoke about how Terry McLaurin's career is changing. He's going to be breaking all of his career records. It's going to happen, and it's getting real close. And the most touchdowns that Terry McLaurin has had is 7, and we're already there. And we have still 8 games left, and he's already at 6 touchdowns, and he got 2 in the last game. So we still got a long season ahead of us. But think about how quick and how fast he's getting there. Of course, he didn't have that many yards. It was way below his average, way below. But the fact is, he got 2 touchdowns, so you can't be mad. You got to be happy. Like, of course, Noah Brown may have gotten targeted way more than he did, but think about how it freed him up to get those touchdowns. So that's another thing. And then people are still to this day not giving Noah Brown his credit for being a great second wide receiver. And I think now we're starting to put more respect on him because he did phenomenal in the last game we just had. So I'm happy to see the chemistry with him and Noah Brown and Jayden Daniels and also Terry McLaurin. Just those guys all building a great, everything with Jayden. So it's like I'm happy to see them on the same page, and we still got 8 games left. So imagine what he can do in these 8 games. And just think about where we are right now. Remember last season, around this time, we had Sam Howell at the top of the league, and he was throwing all these interceptions to touchdowns, and it was looking terrible. Like, of course, in my opinion, I thought it was looking great because I just enjoyed the yards. But the yards ain't winning us no games, and them yards ain't getting no touchdowns. So it's like, yards are good, but it ain't everything, And I don't even care. I said it before in the last video that if Jayden Daniels only gets 7 touchdowns, or not 7 touchdowns, only get like 17 touchdowns the whole year, I wouldn't be mad. Honestly, as long as we keep winning, that's all that matters to me. And I know we have a tough game coming up against the Steelers, but can we give it up? Because, one, the Steelers they have a tough defense. And can we give it up for the offensive line? Seeing that we didn't have Cornelius Lucas, and we brought back Brandon Coleman, and he came back and he did phenomenal. He didn't give up a sack, nothing. And the fact that these guys, not just him, but everybody on the front line did a phenomenal job. They didn't give up no sack against the team that's been getting all the sacks this season. Been at the top of the line in sacks. They didn't give up not one. Not one. I don't even think anybody understand that. Like, they didn't give up not one sack. And in the last game, we gave up 5. So that's telling you where we came from. And then I think the questions for this offensive line, it is out the window now. I have no more questions for this offensive line. I have no more worries for what Cliff Kingsbury is doing. I am giving them all the leeway. I have nothing to complain about. Because if we can come out to play a tough defense like them, like the Giants, and then on top of that, we shut down the cornerbacks, and then on top of that, we shut down, man, it's just, think about it. They didn't get an interception. They didn't get any sacks. Their defense was non-existent. And then I think about the fact that I forget who it was, but they came out and spoke about Brandon Coleman. And in that game, his finger got, I guess, out of place. I don't know. I guess he popped his finger out of place. So he had to get him to pop it back in place. Just imagine the type of warriors that Adam Peters went to go get to put him beside Mike Sanderstill, and the fact that he already has been proven himself. I mean, I don't even know if I said that right. He's proven himself, and he's shown that he's a warrior. And these guys have been starting in their first year, and they're battling. They're giving it their all, bro. And then, so Jayden, phenomenal. Drazon Newton has been doing great with the time that he's been able to start. He's been doing phenomenal. These guys have been getting after the quarterback. And then we've been, blitzing very well with Frankie Lulu. And it's just like, it was a lot of things that was wrong with our team last season. And I'm starting to see it. We've been talking about it, but we can really see it now. We can see that just 1 year, excuse me, my bad, y'all. Dan Quinn has gotten this team from what we was to where we are now. And we're 7-2. We haven't been here since 1996. And the fact that we've been here, we only want to go up. And we have the time. This is where you want to be 7-2. And think about the only games that we've lost have been to playoff teams. The Bengals, the Buccaneers, they played last season in the playoffs. And I think they won their first game in the playoffs and went to the second round. I think they even won their second, but I can't remember. I think they might have won it, but I can't remember. But I know they were a tough team. And then to lose against them and to lose against the Baltimore Ravens, guys that we could have almost won against and had a close game with, but we didn't. But it seems like Joe Witt Jr. felt like it was closer than what we thought. And I felt like if we had an opportunity to go back down there, I felt like Jayden would have got us a touchdown. Don't know how it would have happened, but I know it would have happened. And Jayden hasn't really let us down. I don't even know a time where he has let us down, honestly. He's been doing a phenomenal job on fourth downs. He's been doing a phenomenal job in the red zone if we don't have any penalties. But he's been driving down the field, driving. We haven't really had to worry about kicking too much. We're last in the league in kicking when it comes to punting. Excuse me. When it comes to punting, we're last in the league. And that's saying something. And Jayden, every time he's out there, you know for a fact you're going to get down the field. And if not, the next time you're going to get down the field. So it's not that much of a worry with Jayden. I just can't wait to see him go out there and perform. So it's just I hope that he can stay healthy. And he didn't get sacked. So that's another week. And in my book, in my opinion, that's like allowing him to get rest this whole week and not playing him. And like I said before, if Jayden wasn't playing, I felt comfortable with Marcus Mariota, seeing that he already had chemistry with the team when they played against the Panthers. So I wasn't really worried, but I'm happy that he played and we got the dub with Jayden. So now we're getting into the rough part of the season. We got to go against the Eagles twice. We got to go against the Dallas Cowboys twice. These are the tough games right here, the rival games. So that's 4 tough games. Then we got the Steelers, tough game. So these are some games that we have to stay focused, lock in, and continue on this success. And with the things that Cliff has been able to do, I'm proud of. The things that Dan Quinn has been able to do, I'm proud of. And when you think about the games that Caleb Williams has played, if we're comparing the two, Caleb wasn't able to do anything against the Arizona Cardinals. And then Caleb wasn't able to do much against the Panthers, right? So these are games that we have won. Of course, Jayden didn't get a chance to play that game because he was injured. But Jayden probably would have did phenomenal. If Marcus could do phenomenal, if Marcus could put up, I think it was 40, Jayden could have put up 80. So just think about what his team could have been if Jayden would have played. And also, I'm just happy that we have a staff that cares about our players, our team, our quarterback, and just want everybody to work at the right times. Not just throwing people out there just because we need you really bad. No, we're going to figure something out. If Brian Robinson can't be there, we're going to figure something out. We're going to bring in, what is his name? Robinson Jr. I can't remember his name. It's too many juniors in this game. But the Christopher Rodriguez Jr. brought him in, and he did phenomenal for us. He pushed the line. So it made us feel confident in him staying on the team. They might have been trying to get rid of him. But tomorrow is going to be the last day for any trades. That is the deadline. I believe it's at 4 o'clock tomorrow. So we're going to see what happens. A lot of people have been talking about Marshawn Lattimore. I have a lot of faith in Adam Peters, but it's like whatever you think Adam Peters is going to do, 99% of the time he's not going to do. So it's like everybody felt good about whoever we felt good about in the draft, but it was like I seen so many mock drafts and he went left, he went right, he went under, he went over. Like he didn't get any of the mock drafts I seen, I did not see any of these guys on it. Only person that I seen on it was Jayden Daniels. That was the only person. So out of the obvious, it's like if you don't know who the obvious was Jayden. We had no choice because the Bears went with Caleb. But besides that, we didn't know who they was going to pick in the draft. So it's the same now. We didn't know who they was going to get rid of. We didn't know they was going to get rid of Jamin Davis and just release him. We didn't know they was going to get rid of Jahan Dotson and trade him off. We didn't know that. So nothing gave us a clue. So I love the fact that Adam Peters is doing it that way. And like I said, it may be Marshawn Lattimore. This may be one of the picks that we might see coming, you know. But besides that, I don't know who he's going to pick. We don't know who they've been, you know. We're going to find out later, but we don't know who they've been sending out deals to, who they want on the team. We kind of got an idea, but you never know with Adam Peters. He's been doing a lot of things, and it's only one pick that we knew of, and that was Jayden Daniels. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let me know how y'all feel about the team. Do you feel like we're going to win this game next week? What do you think is going to happen? I think it's going to be a tough one, but if we just lock in and we continue to stay focused and execute and do what we did this week, we're going to be great. And I appreciate y'all, man. And like I say at the end of every video, football is temporary. Everything in this world is temporary except your soul. You know, find some time to talk to God, tell him how you feel, and, you know, lean on him in every situation. And I love y'all, and God love you. And guess what? I'm out.